childhood trauma survivors often don't have memories of their childhood. I personally have a lot of memories, and then I have periods of time where there is literally nothing, which shows to me that in those times I had to have been in a dissociative state, protecting myself. So, for example, when my mother broke my arms, she dropped me out of a 2-story window and she broke my arms. I was around 5 years old. I remember the casts on my arms the day they were put on. I woke up with casts that went from here to just underneath my armpits, and my arms were very straight, both of them. So I had no use of my arms, right? How helpless I must have felt, particularly in the landscape of the abuse and trauma that I was going through. I went to live with my grandparents at that point. The next memory I have during that period of time is having my cast removed, but literally nothing in between. When I lived on the streets, there are a lot of periods of time that I can't account for. And time is also hazy for me. All of this being said, childhood trauma will cause us to kind of split off and go inside ourselves and protect our brains. And a lot of times those memories will come back later on in life when we feel safe, when we're working in therapy and we're removed from the situation. But for some people, they just don't have a lot of childhood memories at all. And there's no evidence of abuse that has caused or created that. And it shows in the relationships that they have with their families. So they have very healthy, normal relationships and interactions with their parents, for example, and yet they have no childhood memories. So what I'm trying to say to you is it's not always this big, dark secret, like waiting to come out and bite you one day. You have to look at the landscape of your relationships in your current life with your family members, and that's an indicator of perhaps things that you are or are not remembering or feeling.